Under the Jadwin Plan, the Corps focused on the lower Mississippi Valley, where floods inundated the land on a regular basis. The Corps built floodways that would allow the river to flow onto the land at New Madrid, Missouri, at the Atchafalaya River, and at Bonnie Carey, Louisiana. This system would reduce pressure on the main stem of the Mississippi by providing additional outlets into the Gulf of Mexico. In December 1928, the Corps began construction of Bonnie Carey Spillway, 30 miles north of New Orleans. The 7,000-foot-long structure was completed in December 1936. A few weeks later, unrelenting rain set into motion one of the worst floods on record. As the flood came downriver, the Corps opened the concrete gates of the Bonnie Carey Spillway. The floodwaters were diverted into Lake Pontchartrain, taking pressure off the levees, protecting New Orleans.
Thinking face. Asterisk, the Mississippi River Basin's current form was largely shaped as a result of the Laurentide ice sheet of the last ice age. Glaciers traveled over this area many times, causing the top layers of the rock formations to be washed away. The glaciers melted, providing enough water to form many rivers. Did you know? Thinking face, once upon a time, the Atlantic Ocean and the Pacific Ocean were one body of water, without separate names or identities. Exploding head. Asterisk. The Laurentide ice sheet covered North America from the Canadian Arctic all the way to the modern U.S. state of Missouri. Did you know? Thinking face. The glaciers on Baffin Island, Canada, are some of the remnants from the Laurentide ice sheet, formed from the last ice age. Scientists estimate the Mississippi River age to be more than 70 million years old. It's also been rumored that the prophet Noble Drew Alley mentioned in his studies that the Mississippi River was created by the ancient pharaohs of Egypt for travel and trading purposes. Over 14,000 years ago, the Laurentide ice sheet moved north, changing the land and leaving behind massive wetlands, as parts of it melted over time into large bodies of water. Did you know? Thinking face, the Mississippi River is the longest river of North America, covering most of Canada to a majority of the northernmost parts of the United States. As the temperature shifted and changed, so did the Laurentide ice sheet, which resulted in a new shape, form, height and depth of landmass features of a place of land for North America. Did you know? Thinking face, the Laurentide ice sheet is responsible for many of the bodies of water that we know of today, which includes the Michigan Great Lakes. Example, the Jordan River is located in the northwestern part of the lower peninsula of Michigan. The main stream is 33 miles in length with headwaters in northwestern Antrim County, from whence it flows southwesterly to the center of the county, flowing north by northwesterly through the county and the southern part of Charlevoix County. It empties into the south arm of Lake Charlevoix at the village of East Jordan. The river has two major tributaries, the Green River and Deer Creek, with numerous minor tributaries to both the main stream and Deer Creek. Exploding head.
By 1937, many of the levees had been raised and strengthened. No levees on the lower Mississippi failed during the 1937 flood, nor have any failed since.
Working on a system as dynamic and as large as the Mississippi River, one can't know everything that there is to know about it. I don't think it's practicable to have a long-range plan for the Mississippi that wouldn't have to be revised repeatedly as conditions change and as the river changes.
In the lower part of the river in primordial times, there were a number of smaller streams that were removing water away from the Mississippi to the Gulf of Mexico. Old River was one of the last remaining locations where this was occurring, and over time it became apparent that the Atchafalaya River was trying to capture the Mississippi River, that the Mississippi would change its course and find a steeper alternate route to the sea.
The possibility of capture of the Mississippi by the Atchafalaya was very real and could just not be allowed to happen. New Orleans and all of the industrial complex below Baton Rouge would have been deprived of a fresh water supply and dependable access for ocean-going commerce, and the economic impacts would have been extremely severe.